What's happening, everybody? Time for that NFL primetime prop drop with me, your host, Allie Burns from Picks and Parlays. With me, as always, I've got Scott Reichel from Winners and Winers, and we're going to give you 4 player props for the Thursday night football game tonight. What's going on, Scott?
Doing pretty well. I finally escaped 2-2 hell. Went 3-1 yesterday in the NBA, which was nice. It took a little overtime there for Morant to get over, but he did. So 3-1, can't complain. Let's keep it rolling.
There we go. Let's keep it rolling. All right. So before we get started, I need everyone to like and subscribe, ring that bell for notifications, and share it out with your friends. And don't forget about my official sponsor, boom, FanDuel Sportsbook. There's a no sweat first bet up to $1,000 for all new accounts. All you got to do is find the link in the description of this video. Okay, so let's get this party started. Falcons are at the Panthers. How are we going to kick it off, Reichel?
So I'm going to start off with the first quarter. I'm going to look at a total in this one. I'm going to take the under 7.5 points at -130. If you weren't aware, it's really, really bad weather in Carolina, a borderline hurricane, and I'm going to use that to my advantage. So I'm going to take the under. I don't exactly expect either team to reinvent the wheel with the playbook. They're going to be very careful. The weather's going to be ugly. I expect a lot of handoffs, a lot of running clock. I'm not sure they can kick in this game because there's supposed to be 25-mile-per-hour wind gusts and it's supposed to rain. So kicking might not be an option for these teams. You might see a couple of fourth down conversions or attempts that might not exactly work out. But Carolina's been terrible in the first quarter offensively, as the Panthers are averaging just 1.4 points per game in the first quarter, which ranks tied for 30th. Atlanta's only averaging 2.5 points per road game in the first quarter, which ranks tied for 23rd. I just think the weather's going to play too big of a factor here. I expect a very ugly start to the game, and I'm going to take the under.
You get the primetime prop drop and the primetime weather report. All right, talk to me about Jalen Hawkins.
So I'm going to take this guy. Most people probably don't know who he is, but he's Atlanta Falcons safety, Jalen Hawkins. I'm going to go with him over 4.5 tackles at -120. He's had at least 5 tackles in 4 of the last 5 games. He also has had 11 tackles in 2 of the last 4 games. A lot of running plays probably expected from Carolina as well in this game. So a lot of opportunities to actually get tackles. I think 4.5 is a little bit too low for a guy who's gotten to 5 in 4 of the last 5. Seems a bit short. I'm going to take the over.
All right. Speaking of running plays, let's talk rushing yards.
So I'm going to go with Cordarrelle Patterson over 54.5 rushing yards. I already mentioned all about the weather, but once again, really bad. Should result in a lot of running plays. But Carolina is also really bad against the run. Carolina is allowing 139.3 rushing yards per game, which ranks 28th in the league. I think that Patterson, who was kind of eased back into the lineup last week, should get a lot more snaps, should get a lot more of overall touches. And I do think 54.5 for a guy facing off against the bottom 5 rush defense in the league is just too low of a number. I'm going to take the over. He might have a shot to go for 100 in this game, but I think he probably gets to at least 60. 54.5 is just too short.
All right. And what else?
I'm going to take the same guy, but I'm going to take him to score a touchdown at +110. Carolina, once again, really bad against the run, so I do expect Atlanta to use him a lot in the red zone. And Patterson has had at least 1 touchdown in 4 of his first 5 games. Missed a couple of games because of injury, but the games he's played in, he's kind of been a touchdown machine. He also ended up having 2 touchdowns last week, despite being limited in terms of snaps. He's just the main weapon in the red zone, and since Carolina can't stop the run, I think Atlanta should move the ball. I'll take him to score a touchdown at plus money.
All right, that's it. That's your primetime prop drop with Allie Burns and Scott Reichel. Scott, tell the people who you are. They can find you at Reichel Radio. Tell them what they're going to find when they get there.
Yes, you can find a bunch of free picks either on YouTube with the Winners and Winers page, or you can just find my podcast where I give out a bunch of free picks along with others. And I know yesterday in the NBA show, we kind of hit a casual 32-1 parlay, which was nice. But besides that, also doing a bunch of other shows, doing the college football show with Steen on Friday, doing this show 4 times a week, and also doing the crashing of Morningwood every other Friday from now on. So looking forward to it. Should be fun. But if you want free picks, you know where to find me.
Yes, and we can find you on Total Chaos College Football this weekend. So everybody keep your eyes open. That's why you got to like and share and subscribe and ring that bell for notifications. That was your NFL Primetime Prop Drop for Thursday night. Good luck, everybody.